燕雀安知鸿鹄之志. How can a finch understand the ambition of the swan? After China had been united for the first time in history under the Qin dynasty in the late 3rd century BC, it was ruled by a ruthless dictator. After the first emperor died, his son Hu Hai took over. Immediately, rebellions broke out in all 4 corners of the empire. The biggest rebellion was led by 2 men, Guǎng and Chen Sheng. Both were impoverished farmers living in destitution that managed to gather a large swath of people who fought and died trying to overthrow the dynasty, sowing the seeds for the rebellions that did eventually overthrow the Qin dynasty a few years after their deaths. The historian Sima Qian, writing some 100 years later, relates a story he's heard from the childhood of Chen Sheng. In his youth, Chen Sheng was a helper at a farm in central China, hired to till the ground someone else owned. Together with a group of other hired laborers, he would work all day and all night for next to no pay. One day he went up to a small hill to rest for a while. His friends were there with him. He looked around and said, "Let us swear that if anyone gets rich, he won't forget his old friends." His friends, looking at their rags and thinking about their poverty, laughed and said, "You're hired labor at a farm. Where are you going to get any money?" Chen Sheng sighed and said, "How can a finch understand the ambition of the swan?" This Chengyu asks, how can a normal person, whatever that means, understand the ambition of a very extraordinary person, whatever that means? I think that most people have, at one time or another, found themselves feeling like no one around them cares about anything, and that you want to get out, get away, sort of like Luke when he exclaims, "If there's a bright center of the universe, you're on the planet that it's farthest from." In a situation like that, or when you're doing group work in school or at work and no one is working hard, you can ask yourself, how can a finch understand the ambition of the swan?